Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Kim with Kim Montes Art Studio, and today we have a little studio vlog. I walk around my studio and am full of inspiration. I constantly keep artwork up and rotate things out whenever things get a little stale or I need to see some new colors. I sometimes rotate things based off of composition. So this day I was cleaning up and finding some motivation to get back into some drawing. I really found a lot of passion with pens and markers these past couple weeks, and I was super driven to kind of create some folk art style. I have a really large collection of art books, imagery books, children books, and every now and then I pull from these books to sort of be re inspired. And usually I pull out a couple at a time. Most of the times they don't relate to each other, so that I can kind of mix and match styles, blend things together, and have a little fun. So, if you've been following my channel for a long time, you probably know that I've been learning Italian for about a year. I think I'm still at the beginner level. It's been so much fun to learn Italian. I remember the very first video that I spoke Italian in, and all I knew was man, woman, and hello and goodbye, or something like that. Now I know a lot more. I wouldn't say that I'm very fluent, but I can for sure read pretty clearly, and I can most definitely understand, I'm going to say like 30 to 50% of conversations in Italian. So that's what I do on my spare time. I love learning, I love filling my brain with things and having fun. So these awesome books that I have from Van Gogh and Leonardo da Vinci were purchased at a bargain bookstore, and they're so special. I've never seen a book that is specifically about their sketches, and these two particular books are older than me. I feel very special and honored to have found them. And every now and then I look to them when I'm trying to capture a line type style. And because I'm getting back into markers and pens and different pen types, I have been referencing this book quite often. I love the way Leonardo da Vinci has sort of a curvilinear style pen mark, and how Van Gogh has a much more sketchier style. So those two styles are so amazing, and I'm still discovering my own. So after cleaning up my room, I was inspired to watercolor instead of line work first. I had this drawing sitting around for a while. When I taught my students watercolor, I prepare different lectures and lessons, and of course I have to have some backup. And because we ran out of time that particular day, I had this extra drawing just sitting around, and I kind of wanted to fill it in my own way. And although I didn't finish the particular painting, I did have fun starting things and loosening up, which then prepared me for my next drawing. I do want to revisit this painting because one of my favorite things to draw and paint are doors. I love painting doors. I love painting facades and different exterior buildings. So if you haven't seen the video of my mini art desk that I am currently drawing and painting on, you should definitely check out that video. I have been so in love with this little area. I use it every time I paint and draw. I don't feel obligated to sit on the floor or to work on my computer desk, which I did quite often. As many of you know, I do kind of get a little bit of a shoulder pain when I'm doing art. It's only when I'm doing art, it's really strange. And it's like I tense up and like my shoulder tightens. I think I have to loosen up a little bit when I'm doing art. But anywho's, this particular table has really helped me to kind of avoid having some of those pains. Every now and then I notice it, but it's not as bad as it was when I would paint on an easel. I'm not exactly sure if it's my hand positioning or what it could be. It doesn't happen any other time except for when I'm doing art. It's almost like something is trying to stop me from doing art, but I refuse to let it. I'm such a huge fan of folk art. I love folk art in all its forms. My favorite object and subject would be florals and vines and different plants. I love to kind of get whimsical with things and just explore. So I hadn't painted or drawn with black pen in quite some time, so it was a little bit rusty. And I think I'm also very used to painting extremely colorful that I had a bit of a challenge using only one color and then on top of that it's black. So technically black is like the absence of color, but that's a debatable topic. So anywho, I was having a hard time actually kind of just sketching with this marker, but I let it just flow and I was letting my errors happen and I had so much fun. Like, even though there were certain things that I kind of messed up, quote unquote, or didn't really like, the overall composition of this particular drawing was so good. And then I was even more inspired by this book that I absolutely love and I reference all the time when I'm working on my folk art style paintings and just getting some reference on florals, leaf types. I would love to get a couple more just to really dive in to the different styles of folk art because every part of, well, almost every part of the country has a different style of folk art. And my favorite style is the Latin American style, more Mexican style, and Caribbean style folk art. This here is more Swedish style and a couple other European styles in this particular book. But I love looking at like the simplicity yet the complexity of these folk art drawings. So I'm still learning how to gather my style. Every day I'm learning how to gather my style. Some people may say you already have acquired your style, which yes, I know, but I'm still wanting to refine it. I always want to get better and just learn new ways of doing things because that's how you kind of create series. That's how you get into like your blue era or your rose era, and you start to think like almost like Picasso, where he had so many series of art styles, and it helps you to stay fresh, it helps you to stay interested, for me at least, because there's some artists that do really love doing things over and over again, but I'm not that type. I hope you enjoy this short studio vlog and maybe take some time to pull some books, gather some inspiration, and just doodle. Not every art piece has to be the best one, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just have fun and draw away. So I hope you enjoy this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.